Boman Rustom Irani, Chairman and Managing Director of Keystone Realtor, joins us now, and I am sure he would be very happy after what came yesterday in terms of the finance bill amendment. Can you break it for our viewers before we get into your numbers, what it means for the real estate sector and what it means for Keystone?
Thank you, Pradeep, for having me on the show. I can tell you this, that it is very heartening that the government is listening to the voice of the common man, and they have allowed an option in the hands of the common man to be able to choose how they want to treat their property in terms of capital gains tax. And this will impact the mindset of the investor. First of all, I should say that I'm very happy that the 12.5% reduction, or the reduction at 12.5% has come in for real estate investments on capital gains side, making it on par with any other investment, thereby making this extremely lucrative. But this one pain point that had stayed in the minds of the people who had bought properties many years ago, that the grandfathering of the entire capital gains indexation was done to 2001, has now been changed up to July 23rd. So all properties bought up to or on July 23rd would allow to be choose between a 20% tax with indexation or a 12.5% tax without the indexation. I think going forward, property investments will continue to be on top of the mind of most people because of the 12.5% tax going forward.
Okay, fair enough. Morning, Boman. Let's also discuss the guidance of 3,000 crores of pre-sales by the end of FY25, ideally clocking in 750 crores each quarter. You've done 600 odd crores this time in Q1. Will you meet this target comfortably? Will the sales momentum pick up in the coming quarters?
So we're all aware that the first quarter of the financial year is always a little slower because the last quarter has been, somewhere that most of the investments are taking place. As of right now, we believe that 611 is a 22% up from the last year's collections, and we are extremely happy. We've also launched two projects in the first quarter, which was exactly as per our guidance. These two projects are in newer markets that we've entered. One is Matunga, and the other is Versova. Put together, these projects are about 2,000 crores in terms of launches. Going forward, I'm also happy to state that three projects are getting launched in this quarter against the guidance of two, and those are in the mid-mass, and also a new area that we have entered, which is called the plotted developments. I'd like to just stress over here that plotted developments is a quick in, according to us, and a definite need for the Mumbai MMR buyers. And so far, there have been no real good supplies on the plotted development side. And land is the number one investment that gets you the best returns. And as a matter of fact, these lands are now, within 80 kilometers of Mumbai. As such, the travel time with the newer infrastructure will be about an hour and 15 minutes, making it extremely a happy situation for families to go and enjoy these properties over a weekend as well.
All right, good to know. Yes, indeed, I'm sure they are. And what about the outlook then within the projects within your pipeline as well? Because you have, I think, a total of 27, if I'm not mistaken, as of now. What is your execution timeline? What is the estimated GDV as well that you're expected to clock in?
So, it's a good question because we've got 13 projects online as of right now, and we are adding two more or three more this quarter itself. Basically, on the execution side, we're extremely strong. We've given a guidance of 3,000 crores in terms of pre-sales this year. I think we like to, aim or rather give a guidance for a lower number and then excel, thereby creating delight in the customer's mind, like we did last year. The guidance was about 2,000 and we crossed it by, so we achieved 113% on the target that we had set. And this year will be no different. We will definitely surpass, as is seen in this quarter itself, the number of launches that we have. So the overall outlook for 25, financial year 25, is extremely bullish. And given the market that I serve, that is the MMR and Mumbai market, which is extremely strong. We've seen a very strong June and extremely good July. And I think this trend will continue. And given the additional bolsters that the government has added, even with the capital gains tax, is going to be a huge impetus for people to look at real estate as an investment also, which earlier was never the case. They used to always believe that it's a little bit of a high on the tax, etc. kind of returns would get impeded. Now that will also not be there. So along with the strong growth of end users, we will also have a strong growth of investors coming in.
Right. Boman, out of the 27 projects in the pipeline, you have about 20 across the mid and mass segment, affordable and aspirational as well. Would you say the demand for affordable is now being overshadowed by the demand for affordable housing, especially after the provisions in the budget, or is it a little soon to say that that this kind of a trend is emerging?
So let me start pointing out by saying that the one thing that I did not see in the budget was a change of the value at 45 lakhs, which has been capped for affordable housing. We've consistently been saying that even if you took normal inflation, a 2017 number of 45 lakhs crosses 75 lakhs today. So that is something we were hoping the government would, kind of make a change on. The other thing that we've been saying is affordable housing should only be classified by size and not by the value of the property, because values differ in different geographies with regards to the kind of taxes or charges that are paid by the developers for getting the FSI for the development. Having said that, I can tell you this, that all studies point out that Mumbai MMR has the largest market in the country in terms of the recognized residential real estate. At the same point of time, the class of homes that sell the most are in the mid-mass and aspirational. To give you a breakup, 1 to 3 crores and then up to 7 crores is the aspirational. And these assets are definitely something that Mumbaikars and MMR residents are looking at in newer and better developments, which is exactly the market we plan to serve. So we are again only reiterating what has been studied. Like I mentioned earlier, we are a data-driven company. We continue to analyze the sales trends and then continue to serve those markets which are the most strongest.
Okay. Okay, Boman, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time out.
Thank you.